All right, it's video update time. It's October the 10th, and I'm packing up for the season. This is it. It's been some year, and I've got done what I intended to do. 2 buildings, and it's cleanup time. I'm gonna get things cleaned up around here. Gorgeous fall day today. I've got wood everywhere. I've got 4 pieces of leftover steel. I'll build something with that over the next couple of years. More leftover siding, but for the most part, all the materials have been used up. At the back of the truck there, it's full with wood. And I bet you I'll have 2 or 3 loads like that, just scrap. And I don't think I'm giving that away. That's fuel. So let's have a look at all the scrap. Well, that's good wood. That's all scrap. It's all scrap. A good wood under there too. 2x10s. Quite a few of them that we didn't use. A bunch of leftover strapping I could probably send back. Let's take a walk around here. This is a cut station. Just ended up being a flurry of madness over the last couple weeks. Like, this is why there's been no updates, because it's just been all work all the time. It's just all scrap wood. So yeah, it's my wood. I'm saving it. It'll make sense. Like, the wood pile probably gonna be like right there on an average year. And so I'm thinking, wouldn't it be convenient? Like, wouldn't I be happy if I had a cord of wood just sitting there that I didn't have to pay for? Anyway, that's the state of things here. So I'm gonna get it all tidied in the next couple days. The building inspector's supposed to come by this morning. Check out the framing, do the sign off on the framing. Hopefully it passes. So more updates on this to come. Got quite a bit cleaned up back here. I've made a giant bonfire pile. Just kidding. That would be a bad place to have a bonfire because my house is here. 8:30 a.m. on Saturday. Saturday's garbage day. So it's plastic taking day. I guess I had more plastic than I thought. That's a full load, so that's going to be another one. Then I'll have another load of wood with epoxy in it. It has been a radical cleanup. Site is basically clean. So almost done. I'm just going to have to winterize the camper and then pack. All the garbage dump runs are done. Obviously got a little more cleanup to do here, but for the most part the site is clean. Truck is loaded. Garage is packed. Got my do not enter sign ready. Everything's clean. Camper is emptied. Since we're all done and I have a minute, that do not enter sign, that's going to go at the front gate. Just I don't want anybody up here over winter, just because I don't want potential frost heave issues any worse than I might already have. So yeah, so this is the siding. Soffit and fascia is on. There was a roof repair done as well. You can see it in the top right corner there. Let me climb up here a bit. There's some red roof there. We actually we found some black roof that some was just missing on the side there, and the whole roof wasn't really screwed in, so there's actually red screws there. We managed to use a lot of left over. And then we put weather barrier under it, which was also left over. So it was a material-free process. I just paid for labor. And so here's the garage. There's the rest of my roof. Got 4 sheets left. That might be good for an outbuilding some point. Very good storage space. Starlink is all packed up. Printer and everything is in the car. The car is packed. All my food and everything is like in. Basically bringing all my food and anything that's liquid. It's under that tarp there, and then all my other belongings are in the back of the truck. There's her. This is going to be Stella's spot for our drive back. She's got a nice spot to lay down there. She's just testing it out right now. And so yeah, that's that. I spent the last few days, I haven't had any time for a video update, and I'm delirious. So I understand I haven't been very communicative to anyone, basically, except the people I've been working with, because it's been crazy. Like the last 2 months of my life, I've just been working every single day, 8 to 10 hours a day on this job. And I'm sore, I'm tired, I'm delirious, but I feel like it was worth it and I have a lot to show for it. I always said, well, I've been saying in the past year that if I'm going to put in effort towards something, especially like something really difficult, I want it to directly nourish me and the people around me. So, and making money doesn't do that. It just gets wasted, really. So here's the site. Got that culvert still set up because really the well isn't solved yet, but the site's cleaned up. I asked John if he would come by with the excavator and smooth all this out because there's piles everywhere. And also from the well, I have a trench, which is sort of unintentional, but it kind of just settled after we initially trenched the water line, which is kind of funny. So that has to be all smoothed out. And but you can see all the garbage is gone. All the wood is gone. And I was able to make use of almost everything. I did 4 dump runs 2 days ago, Saturday. And it was really something. And it was a really dirty, wet day too. And I've ruined some clothes and some gloves over it. But not for nothing. I got all my plastic to the dump. It was 2 full truckloads of plastic. That's what it was. Then another truckload was a couch that I brought here, the one that used to be in the garage at Edge Hill. And finally there was another one of like wood that has glue and nails in it, like aspenite and plywood and anything else I didn't want to take apart because it was just nailed to heck. And anyways, this is my wood pile. There's probably, I don't really know, but you know how to measure wood, but there's all my scrap wood from the build under this. That's a 20 by 20 tarp basically. It's a 40 by 20 folded in half. And let me tell you, I bet you I could keep warm for a winter or two with that amount of wood. And the scrap from the siding and everything, it just makes for perfect firewood. We're all cleaned up around the side. That's my entrance to where the living room will be, where the wood stove will be. So I figured this would be a good spot to put it. As you can see, we did the trim here on the siding. This worked out really well. My friend Isaac came and helped me for the day. I will provide more on my text update about that. As you can see, the trim turned out really nice. It's a flat cedar trim, 1x4, over top of these rounded log cabin cedar siding. I am going to leave it unfinished. I think natural is better. It will discolor, but that, as far as I know, is the only downfall to not finishing cedar. It will protect the house just as well as it would if it looked really good, but the looking really good part is probably $10,000 for this and the garage, and weeks and weeks of effort. And for me, that is not a direct nourishing thing for me. That's a look nice thing. If I were paying somebody else, maybe I'd feel differently about it. So you can see we put the trim around the tops, but not the bottom, because if we had to put something here, we realized quickly that it just would have been a place to collect water, which doesn't make any sense. So this one actually, these pieces under here, well, that's actually a solid piece, so that needs some caulking actually now that I look at it. But some of the other ones are, I did this 45-degree angle underneath on a piece I had to rip so that naturally water would just flow off there. We did the same thing on all the windows and the doors. There's a piece that goes down here. It's going to be a next year thing at this point. Might as well put that in the house. And I'll show you the house in a minute, but yeah, so there's 6 of those. They're up-down openers, which is a natural ventilation method. At first I wanted just a large single pane, but I quickly realized that wasn't practical. Up-down opener is a way you can avoid having an HRV in your house. HRV, is that the right word? Anyway, it's the the air exchanger thing. When you have a wood stove too, you need ventilation. Draws it in at the top and then out at the bottom and then out at the top. So yeah, that's that. There's this side of the house. The gables, we actually did the gables first because the roof had to go on. So you can see the trim is done up there. There is a bottom piece down there because I hadn't figured out yet that I didn't want that, but it's heavily caulked, which was a huge pain. I think I wasted an entire bottle of silicone just on the one window, which is ridiculous. It doesn't really, it's just gonna come apart. Okay, now here we go. House tour. So this is my front hall. It's my front door. You can see all this is gonna be like driveway here, parking, and then around back, this will be utility space. I could put a propane tank there or whatever. So yeah, you come in here, this is the front hall, and there'll be a bench there. That is not a ventilating window. That was supposed to be a venting window, but it's not. I'm going to actually switch it with that window at the back there. You can switch the panes out, which is nice to do, so I'm going to do that. The stairs, well, I'll go right here, so when you turn to the right, it goes straight up. I'll show you that later. That's my closet. That's the utility room. Try to back up so you can visualize the whole thing. And over here, this is going to be a laundry / pantry area. Probably more laundry than pantry. You can have washer at least. Dryer and dishwasher. If you do the math on how much power those things take, it's absurd. I just want to say that. Like absurd. One dishwasher cycle is the amount of power I use in a day and a half on my 400 watt setup here. Like with everything I need. So it's absurd. Nice you don't have to wash the dishes, but an insane waste. A dryer is the same thing. Anyway, that's how I feel about that. This is the bathroom. That's going to be the shower area there. That is a toilet connection, but I won't be using it. I just roughed it in for future proofing. That'll just be a composting toilet there. I think I've mentioned that before. That's venting. Yeah, that's all venting. except for that one over there. That's just a drain in the utility room. Then it goes over here, and this is my closet for my bedroom. So the way I see it is I'll be able to like get dressed and have a mirror here, like bathroom mirror right there. And this will all be my clothes here. So it's kind of a bathroom closet shared space, which I thought would be kind of cool. Hopefully I don't have moisture issues. This is my bedroom over here. We framed it so that it would be a pocket door here. That's the pocket door kit there. We bought it so we could understand what the dimensions of the framing rough-in is. Yeah, this is the bedroom. And then there's no door here. This is just open. You walk through it. And then here's like a little nook. That'll be likely a desk for an office or a chaise lounge or something. And then over here, this is my living room. The living room is going to have somewhere to sit and likely a TV on that wall there. That little nook there is for my wood stove. I'm probably gonna have to brick that up or put cement board or something behind it. That'll be a next year job. And then this is my kitchen area here with a nice window looking into the neighbor's field there. You can often see cows grazing in the field there. I might clear some of that tree at the bottom there so I can see the cows as I'm doing the dishes. And I bought insulation because actually I had to insulate one corner because it was only accessible from the outside, and the insulation was on sale, so I just bought all my insulation at once. Well, my 15-inch insulation, which is going to be all for down here. And then there's other kinds of insulation going out of the top. Okay, so I'll show you the upstairs. There's my utility connections. That's for electrical. I could be able to put my big tech cable. It'll be like a AWG 4 or something that goes all the way to the garage. And that's my water line, which still doesn't have any water, but it goes all the way to the well. And that is a vent for the building codes that I had to put a vent for radon. I don't really understand what that is, but so that I put that there. It took me like 1 second to put that vent there. It was really easy. And I used scrap material. And this is the upstairs. You can see it's a plywood floor. And there's quite a bit of space up here, which is super nice. So, and quite a bit of light too. So this will be an office, likely, and a bunk bed. That's that. Got the window up there as well. Yeah, I don't really know where my office is yet, so maybe like some place for me to put all the computer things. This was originally going to be it, but then I realized that upstairs there, it's kind of perfect for office. I was imagining it being dark up there, but it's not. It's kind of nice. And we'll have some kind of heating and cooling too. So yeah, that thing. Just about to lock up for the winter and get out of here. This is old style. Tell me if this isn't classic. You can lock it and then lock yourself out just by pulling the door. Is that not classic? I don't know. I think so. Yep, so that's it. As you can see, there's the site. I'll do a 360 there. That was a long cleanup. That was days and days of cleaning up. So much work.